So we've got another dog sitting on Miles's lap, but this one isn't on heat. There was a bit of an accident last time.
I'm in disguise, so nobody knows it's me.
You had a good day?
We've had a very good day. Worked very hard with Selena Stenberg, and she's done a red hot, oh my God, Jesus Christ almighty, 2 days of presentations. Really hardcore, fractured souls, high frequency beings, smashed to bits when they came here. They didn't crash, the earth brought them here, because humanity is an intermediate species to rescue fractured souls. And that's about as coherent as I can get, but there's 3 hours of it, and it'll be on basistv.com. Subscribe only $5 a month. You've got an option to not pay after the first month, so you can see it for free on basistv.com.
Have you? I've been subscribing for 2 years. You didn't tell me that.
Well, it says so in the terms and conditions.
Oh, well, I'm happy to.
Terms and conditions
happy to
may
contribute.
apply. And you got it cheap because it was only £3 or something.
Yeah, it was,
or
yeah.
$3 or something.
Well, we look forward to that. And he's with the beautiful Mirjam.
I tried to subscribe several times.
You were going to be talking at the conference this weekend, but...
No, but I do enough talking.
She still has the option.
Yeah.
Won't be anyone there, though, will you?
Well, you can do what Alternative You do, is that they buy out all the tickets, so they can say, we've sold all the tickets.
Yeah.
Sold all the tickets. Yeah, but nobody's bought them. So nobody's going to be there. Ooh.
So you've been to Open Gardens today?
We've been to Open Gardens today.
But it's a fascinating thing. I was surprised that Miles suggested, why don't you go and visit gardens in
What?
Divided.
Yeah, this
That's
is
a
me
bit
being
namby-pamby, Miles.
This is me
Yeah,
being touchy
exactly.
feely, and you don't push it, okay?
The dog that had the period on Miles's shorts.
These
That was
are
about a month ago, wasn't it?
Eat my shorts.
You
A month ago
you mean it's
today.
about time?
Eat my shorts, okay? Eat my shorts. There, they're talking about you, aren't they rude? They're so rude. These people are so rude. Rude. However, you haven't suicided yourself recently, have you? Like James Casbolt. Apparently James Casbolt's decided to kill himself whilst not doing so and being perfectly alive and just getting on with his life. And this guy Bob's gone down and pestering him. He's a big fan of James Casbolt. And James Casbolt has apparently got other people who know about him. And they're all so kind.
I know. And they're so annoyed.
They're so annoyed and so
But he's still a
concerned.
scary
But he hadn't suicided himself.
So concerned.
And they asked me to go and visit him to check up on him. Spent the day with him Friday. Just 2 boys hanging out.
So just to go over the events of the week, on June 21st, the night of June 21st, I noticed that James Casbolt had died in a very big way. The whole body was grieving. He told me what happened. He overdosed, wasn't able to die. Today is the day that Bob Osborne said, well, we have plans on Friday, so I guess I'll see him then. Miles Johnston flipped out on me because, like, immediately I'm go to Miles, I go to Bob, I'm like, go to St. Anthony. I'm like, dude, James Casbolt is dead. Like, I was like, please, can anyone go and, like, find out about this? When I came out last week and I was like, James Casbolt fucking died. And naturally, I go to Miles Johnston. I'm like, dude, James Casbolt's dead. Can you, like, verify this? And he's like, oh my God, Lauren, fuck off. Fuck off. Just leave him alone. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And Bob Osborne with his Aleister Crowley cult. This is why I won't go to Cornwall, because I do not respect. Okay, maybe I respect, but, like, I don't fucking align with Aleister Crowley. The Crowley people, like the Crowley cult, they have been breeding like motherfucking rabbits. And I understand how the Crowley cult took over all of Cornwall through Zennor, and then Bob Osborne bought the Zennor compound. I don't understand, like, I don't know how Bob Osborne has all that money. And I mean no disrespect, but he had the money to buy the Crowley cult, and he was gracious enough to send me his book. that was really nice, but it really reinforced the reasons why, like, I don't want to go to Cornwall. Like, I just don't, because I don't resonate with Aleister Crowley. I do believe that Joe Rogan is the reappearance of Aleister Crowley, but he's here in Texas, honey. I have no desire to go to Cornwall because I don't resonate with old gods. I don't resonate with old Crowley cults. And that's no disrespect to Bob Osborne, but I just don't. Like, not interested. Like, not my bag, dude. Don't want to get naked and run around with a bunch of mermaid bitches scissoring each other in the fucking forest. Like, not interested. Like, not my bag, not my thing, dude. So, I don't know what James Casbolt is trying to do. Maybe, like, if you figure it out, but at this point in time, like, can't. Like, absolutely can't. And I'm not wearing underwear, so good for me. Have a great night. Oh, no, I'm wearing underwear. I'm not wearing pants. All right, great for me. Good for me, great for me. Have a good night. Talk to you again really soon.
Yeah, but Bob, I thought you were just shagging mermaids, and then I'm trying to figure out how on earth do you shag a mermaid?
How do you
Don't
know
go
I
into the detail.
How do you know I shag mermaids?
Because I thought somebody told you Christine
No, that was Lauren Pritchard.
Justina Hart.
No, Christine hasn't said I shag mermaids. Christina? Chrissy
Oh, we're
Hart.
talking about somebody in town here. She runs a very good health show. Very good. Justina.
Now, Chrissy is complaining that you said that I'd fallen for the asset.
You've fallen for the what?
The asset. You put it on her talk, her chat with me.
The asset.
She's the asset, yeah.
Look, just because I've watched more than one Jason Bourne movie doesn't make me a secret agent for the British Secret Service or the Imperial Habsburg Empire.
Look at that dog. Look, the dog's.
It's on heat.
That dog's on. I was told by Mark Eden, the rock star, when he saw the video of you with the dog, that dog is a Mossad agent. I mean, it's actually recording everything you say. You're under its mind control.
Agent. Say this too quickly. Come on, say it. I am a Mossad agent.
So,
did you not hear the dog talk?
Mirjam, how can we defend ourselves from psychic attack?
Not?
You can't.
No. It doesn't make any sense to defend yourself. Because it's not there.
Yeah, but why do you teach courses of people defend? Oh, I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to get an umbrella and put salted water on it or something.
Well, that are the tools and the tricks, but in the end, is it really there? That's the question.
If you don't accept it's there, you don't need any defense.
No, but I think mainly you're bothered by them because you have an appointment with them.
So you mean you give them consent?
Yes. Or you gave them consent a long time ago. So, yeah.
That's why they trick you into contracts.
Contracts, yeah.
As in, you are going to. It's subtle about contracts, but if you say something you didn't mean, because it was deceptive in the first place, it invalidates the implied contract. So.
So when you say "I love you forever," then it's eternal. Because you don't die, so there's an never and never and never. So you cannot stop loving someone.
Yeah.
For instance.
I'm going to stop saying that.
Yeah.
He's in big trouble. Big trouble.
I'm in trouble. I'm always in trouble.
Well,
but it's interesting. It's an interesting question as well, because what are entities? With most people, it are
entities. Okay.
concentrations of energies and not what they think. Oh, got a ghost in the house. No. Something you didn't solve yet within you. It's not an entity. It's not a, how do you say, an individual being. And absolutely soulless, so it's a different story. So how come you ask? Are you bothered?
No, I'm not particularly bothered, but
Terrified.
I am. I have been under psychic attack quite a lot in my life from
Yes.
spies and witches.
Yeah.
And my normal solution is just humour. So that's why I'm now moving into comedy. So, you know,
You're not just moving into comedy. You were comedy already from the start. Right?
So that cash is king. All those books, cash is king. With that crazy artwork, it's all serious artistic material. No comedy involved whatsoever,
That's right.
including sense of humour failures by the Bank of England.
Yes, very much so. Yes, they wrote to me and said, what
They
you're
wrote to
doing
you?
is illegal. Yeah, I've got a letter from them, an email actually,
Was
under
it in
the
joint uprising?
1928 Banknotes and Currency Act, saying that I asked them for a quote from a book, and they said, we can't give you a quote because what you're doing is illegal and you could be prosecuted. So I used that as the quote for my book.
What? Yeah.
Meanwhile, the book was in the British Museum. I'd had a show at Saatchi, a book launch at Saatchi, so I think, okay, if you come for me, you've got to come for them.
And this is why the price of all your goods goes up in shops, because the Bank of England hides nervously, scared of somebody smiling at them, and they have to get therapy from people like Mirjam, so that costs a lot of money if you multiply it through the entire staff of the Bank of England. And because of this therapy that they have to get, because they're unhappy and may cry, that's why we have inflation.
That's called
That's a
big
good
jumps. These are big jumps. Okay, could be.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the economy. So you're coming down to Cornwall, Mirjam,
Yep, I am.
soon?
Yep. Lots to do.
Yes.
Um,
We can do a proper interview down there about the work that you do.
Don't
Would be
mention
nice.
the Tommy knockers.
what's going on here? So, I went there, and I don't know what exactly happened, but I was drawn there to be and pay my respect to the miners again. But I know that the miners represent something else as well, and you know that too. There's something else that they're doing and did, and I spoke to some people. No, that's not true. I didn't speak to them yet, but I put the video up on YouTube. There were quite some people who commented and say, my father was a miner, he said so and so, and he had that experience. So there might be things that I want to follow up, because they all know that something else happened to the miners that they weren't told about when they started the job. So that's where I want to get into. It's gonna be a new video.
Is that by Jimmy Savile? Was a miner?
No, that's
No,
a
I'm serious.
That's a different kind of miner, isn't
No,
it?
what you're talking about elementals coming out of the rocks, crystal civilizations and intelligences engaging you with your mind.
Yeah. So if the miners meet other energies and other beings without them knowing or understanding, or they have experience they can't explain, it's disturbing.
What?
You don't want to record this.
Yeah, I'm looking for billions of dollars to do a very serious, strong, sincere film on crop circles and all the various characters involved with this, because this is a very serious thing. I think a lot of people maybe might want to make a mockumentary about this with a lot of comedy, but I just think that's just absolutely an abomination. I think that's an abomination. And I think that what we need to do is get the right kind of people together to get the right kind of thing done and get it on 35mm film, or better 75mm, because you want to get those crop circles properly resolved, because these incredibly amazing things. And we'd obviously have to, because there's obviously an alien involvement here with black orbs and silver orbs and white orbs, daylight and at night and all sorts of things. This is an extremely complicated and very serious topic that we need to take seriously. And I have no further comment.